good morning. Today is April 15. Happy Tax Day. Okay, so we have ES that on Friday, I apologize, I have banging. They're fixing my roof right now, so if you hear banging, that's what it is. So Friday, we dropped all the way to 51, 50, what is it? What's the low of the day? It was 51.50 to the tick. We bounced at the 50-day moving average. We had a nice trade on the room, about 14 points from the on that bounce. So now we have during the overnight session, right at the open, I think traders were a little scared because of the whole Iran-Israel ordeal, and they got a little bit too short in the hole, and now they're having to cover. You can see in the overnight session we're really bouncing. All the trading happened, 99% of the trading overnight happened above the settlement. So this usually corrects a little bit, right? But now it looks like we're having a little bit of a squeeze. As you can see, we had some economic releases at 8:30, so we're squeezing above. So first of all, last night I said that we were going, this was a little bit of resistance, and then if we break it, then we're gonna get into this 5200. We got there, we squeezed above the weekly pivot, and now we wanna watch this area where we have this big delta right here, 52.14 to 16. That is gonna be resistance until those positions get adjusted. Once they're adjusted, if there's still buyers in this area, then we're gonna be able to move higher. We also have a low volume area right here, and we have the 21 EMA. So even when they clear this, we still have some resistance above it, and we have other areas here where we have some high delta position. So even if we squeeze higher, it's not going to be an easy move up, right? We have some spots where it's gonna struggle a little bit. Now, if we're not able to clear this area and we start moving down, we're inside of this big volume area, so it's going to be a little choppy. And if we get back below 5200 and below the weekly pivot, then I would look to see how much of a correction of inventory we get. Initially, we're gonna have some support at yesterday's high at 51.88, and then if sellers keep pushing, then I would look for. So the first thing I'm gonna look for is some support at 51.80. If they clear that and they get into this whole area again, which is all this big positioning, 51.70, then I would look for another test of the 50 moving average and a break into the 51.36 area. The problem is that April is usually bullish from the 16th till the end of the April, so I'm gonna be a little exercise caution on the short side. Okay, so if you look at NQ, so NQ was able to move above all the stuff and broke Friday's high. So it's a little more bullish in that sense, but we have also that some resistance here, 18,380. And if we get above, then we can look for 18,415 with a little bit of a resistance here, and then this is the next target, 18,500. That's on the upside. On the downside, we need to get through the. Actually, did I update this? I have to recheck my levels, but I'm not sure if this weekly pivot is the right one. But anyway, if we move below this area right here, the 5-day point of control, I will look for a retest of this area, the 50 moving average and the previous week's low. We have 2 weeks, this low and this low, that are untested, so there's some reference here where we can run some stops to grab liquidity if we need to. Oil, crude oil. Where's crude oil? So crude oil is in balance, but you can see that this profile looks a little off, like it's lacking some volume in this side, in the lower side. So I'm looking for this area to fill up a little bit with volume. If we cannot get there, then I would expect a retest of this 8640 area. And it, because there's this whole ordeal going on in the Middle East, it's a little hard to predict what's going to happen because there's a lot of news that could impact it. But I would, price action wise and structure is that there's some resistance here, 8640, and if we break that, then I would look for the 87 level to be retested and possibly retest this distribution from Friday that was left. So we have this day right here that had a bullish imbalance, and then we have this one also where we found sellers. So if we tested it again, this is a double top. It's likely that it's gonna break, and then we can get to the 88 level. All right, good luck.